Yes, guys, welcome to tonight's live stream. I hope that tonight's live stream, my jumper on my head actually there, guys, is a lot better quality than the other week. We had some bad weather here in the UK, and it was really affecting us exactly where I am. So this week, we're back better. We're back with the brand new sign. And let me know what you think of this. AE Golf logo. I'm absolutely buzzing with how this looks. Actually, hope it doesn't look the wrong way around for you on the camera. Anyway, if you are joining us in the live stream, don't forget to pop your questions down below. Let me know if you're listening. Let me know if you got any questions. We'll be going down here in the comment section. I can see James has put one in there. Ian, Brad, Arfan, Fun Golf. And it's great to have so many of you on here. If you've ever got any questions, let me know. And if you do enjoy this video at any point, please do consider hitting that thumbs up button. It just lets me know that you're enjoying the video. And I love coming live and having these chats with you. It's great to sort of just, well, speak to you all. So let's go through the first question. As I say, just let me know if you've got any. Like, this is all this is about. For 30, 40 minutes, just us chatting and just putting the world to right of golf. Now, before we get into these questions, did you see what Ian Poulter said today? Now, who do we think that is aimed at? Do we think it's aimed at Rory? Well, he's come out and countered that. Do we think it's aimed at Jay Monahan? Do we think it's aimed at Keith Pele? If you have seen that, let me know exactly who you think that is aimed at, because I think it's an interesting one. I really, really do. It's, I think, almost probably a little bit bittersweet for him right now because he made that decision. He got the big payday, and he's pretty much, well, I guess it's pretty much happened exactly what he thought would happen, which I guess if you're an Ian Poulter fan, that is good for him. Guys, I can see so many of you joining me here. So let's go through some of these questions. First one from James Muller. He said, I'm 75, pretty good shape, and I just can't get any power and turn in my irons. Any kind of swing that could help. Thanks, love the tips and great ideas to make lots of money if you're interested. Great, James. Great to hear you got lots of ideas. First thing I'll say, James, if like as we get older, right, and this is just a general statement, we could have good mobility, but I think we've got to go away from sort of modern coaching. Now, what I mean by that is, don't just stand here trying to get turned and trying to open up so much. Like, if you think about this logically, right, if you're trying to really turn your upper body and turn your lower half, these are the things that are hard to do at the best of times. So what I would suggest to you as an older golfer, we've got to get using these arms a little bit. We've got to get using these as our driver of power. So I would think about possibly having a little bit more arms in the motion as opposed to just you feeling as though it's, I guess, trying to turn your arms and your body loads. Okay, that's the first thing I would say, and have a look at that. Ian Fisher here asking for any good rotation drills. For sure, Ian, there's loads of good rotation drills. The best one is, right, getting goal posture. Imagine you've got a 7-iron or whatever, and get your bum against the wall and just have it just off the wall. And you've got to rotate back right pocket on if you're right-handed, and rotate down, keeping your bum in contact with the wall. That way, you're not just learning to rotate, but you're learning to rotate in posture. And that is 100% the key thing. Like, there's no point having rotation if you've not got that tilt over towards the golf ball. And that, I promise you, right, is the hardest thing to get. So great question there, Ian. And Brad says, Stuart, what's happening, Alex? Brad, great to have you on this live stream. Hope you're enjoying it. And if you are, fire some questions down below, Brad. Our fan said, what PGA events are you planning to attend this year? Any live events? You know what? I'm very tempted to go to, obviously, I'll be at the Open. I'm going to be the Ladies Open. And I'm going to go to the British Masters. And I'm going to go to the live event at JCB. It's not far from me. I want to go and see some of the best players in the world play. And I don't think too many people will be there. So I think it's a great opportunity to go. So, Arfan, that's the ones I'm going to be visiting here in the UK. And I'm really excited to. Fun Golf said, the amount of content you produce is seriously impressive. How do you manage to fit it all in? Fun Golf? Yeah, it is hard. Hence why I'm rubbing my eyes right now. It is 100% long days, but you know what? It's 100% worth it when I get the comments on the videos saying, Alex, this really helped me. I found my swing. I'm hitting better iron shots. I took the money off my mates. whatever that might be, it's 100% worth it if you guys are improving. So I really do hope they are helping you, because that's what this is all about. Tech said, hello, instant like. Thank you for liking. Let's go through all these questions. I can see so many jumping in here. I can see it from Mango, Everin, DJ, Circuit, Robert. Brad's put another one in there. I'm going to go up to here. Kuz said, hey, Alex, where do you look on a hybrid? Before the ball or after the ball or at the ball? So it's an interesting one, this. With a hybrid, right, we want to be treating it like an iron. And if you're thinking you're hitting it like a fairway would, please forget that. And if you think you're trying to scoop it and lift it, don't. Treat it like you got your 7-iron. And I promise you, it will really, really help, because think of the hybrid as essentially like a big backed iron, in the sense of there's just a bit of a bigger back to it. Now, when you've got a bigger back to a club, this allows the manufacturer to put the center of gravity lower and further back. And essentially, that helps create more backspin and get the golf ball up in the air easier. So that's the thing I'd be thinking about, right? Treat it like an iron. It's just easier to hit. So I'd be looking just on the front side or ahead of the golf ball towards target. 100% what I would be thinking. Guys, I said this at the start. Who do you think the Ian Poulter's digs were aimed at, right? I think you should go and, well, check out back 9 videos. It's going up shortly, right? But we go through the whole interview. If you have seen it, let me know who you think it's about. And also, guys, this evening, we've got a real cracker of a video. One that, like, if you're a person who spends thousands and thousands and thousands of hours hitting golf ball after golf ball and golf ball after golf ball, then I certainly have the drill for you tonight, right? It doesn't require a lot of bulk golf balls, but it will really help you, right? Get this compression, get these hands ahead of the golf ball, which is exactly what we want, right? Exactly what we want. Okay, let's go through some more of these questions. Bunker Shot said, woohoo, how's the weather? Frozen here in Oregon. Well, you know what? We've actually had snow today. You wouldn't believe it. We have had snow. Now, if you're watching from the UK and you've managed to escape it, well, you are lucky. I'm saying you're lucky. We haven't had that much. And to be honest, it's nearly all gone. Like, we had about this much snow. And I got up this morning. I was meant to be coaching. Tuesday's my coaching day. And I had to cancel my lessons because the golf course and the range was closed, because we are sort of a very small grassed range. It's not like a big commercial thing. They close it. The golf course is closed. And yeah, we were closed today, but I'm hoping to be back open tomorrow. We're going to do some filming. And we're doing some filming Thursday and Friday. And it's good to get back out there. You should have seen me the day though, right? I had so many layers on. I was absolutely freezing. Absolutely freezing. So guys, let's keep going through some more of these. From Darren, hi Alex. Go through here. From Ashif saying, explain squat and stand during a wedge shot, please. Is it a timing thing? Now, I wouldn't ever squat and stand during a wedge shot. I want you to think of a wedge shot as something where you want to keep the lower half, I would say in inverted commas, quite quiet, quite sort of out the shot. So I'd have my stance around 2.5 club widths apart. If I'm right-handed, my left foot would be like this, back of my right, and I would keep my weight 60-40 throughout. And I wouldn't be thinking about squatting down into the shot. I'd be thinking about keeping my hips and my pelvis a little bit more level. There will be a little bit of tilt as I turn and turn back, but I want you to really think about keeping it a little bit more level. I really think that squat, you don't, why just squat in the golf swing, right? We do it for power. We don't need power on those shots. We want control. That's what I would sort of think about. And the way I'd go about that is it's for control. We want control in a wedge shot. We want control in those short shots. And if we're squatting, moving, turning, changing, then we're going to lose that control. Okay. Hi, Alex. Darren Carter said, when are you playing the Brabazon Belfry? You know what? I've not played the Brabazon in years, and I haven't got any plans to play it this year, really, unless, I don't know, unless we get an invite from somebody. But no, I'd love to, but no, I got no plans to play it. John, love the videos and tips. Been a great help. John, great to hear it's been a great help. And that's exactly why we produce the videos, just because they help everybody play better golf. Guys, if you are enjoying this video, please do hit the thumbs up button. It does help this video grow and it helps the channel. And I just want to say thanks so much for all the support. And on that note, we still have the giveaway for the Callaway AI Smoke driver, fairway woods, and hybrids. It's still not closed. It closes at the end of the month. I'll leave the link down below in the comment section after I've done this. I can't multitask. so you guys can go and enter that giveaway after you've watched this live. So let's go through some more of these questions. I can see loads of questions about your game. I'm going to come to like Ian Williams, Golf Mike, Andy R, Andy Kearley, Tom Bias. We're going to come to all your questions, guys. I'm just working through this as we go. So Anthony Kershaw said, how do you play a 3-wood or hybrid on a severe downhill lie? Now, Anthony, there's a few things that I would take into account. A severe downhill lie is going to severely de-loft your club. So let's imagine, right, on a flat lie, your golf club had that amount of loft. Let's just say, for argument's sake, it's 18 degrees. If you're on a slope that's like a 4 or 5 degree down slope, then we're playing with a 14-degree club. That's like some drivers. So I'll be honest with you, if it is really severe, I wouldn't even attempt to play it. I promise you. You got to think, right? You could have probably play like a 6-iron, a 7-iron, and it go just as far, just purely because you're de-lofting it so much, and you'll get a better strike. What we tend to do is catch the ground first on severe downhill shots. But as a rule of thumb, to answer your question, Anthony, on downhill shots, you want to move the ball a little bit further back, use more loft, weight on your left-hand side, and try and match the slope. Now, when you're playing the shot, don't transfer the weight back like you would normally, right? Try and keep the weight stacked just ahead of the golf ball. And you do want to keep your low point on that left-hand side if you're a right-handed golfer. Don't have that urge to fall back. And I think when you're using really low lofted clubs, you will have that urge to try and lift. So if you can, don't have that urge. Just try and not use them. It's a slight downhill slope. Follow what I just said. A little bit further back in the stance relative to the club that you've got, and that'll really help you get the ball first. And that's what we're trying to do on those shots. So, Anthony, I really hope that helps. And guys, if I don't get through your question today, make sure if you have subscribed and turn on the bell, I will be answering these questions. I'll pick them out on a full YouTube video. So yeah, don't worry if I don't get through it today. I go through all these comments afterwards and pick out them at, well, not at random, but I just go through and see what's a great question. So put a great question down below and I'll pick them out and we'll feature them here on the channel in a main YouTube video. So if you are subscribed and turn the bell, you're not going to miss me answering your question about your game. And that's the whole idea of the channel. Okay, so here we go. Brad Stewart said, are you coming to Orlando for the PGA show this year? If so, I'd like to hire you for a playing lesson. Brad, I wish I was. I wish I was. I say it every year, and every year I go, I'm going to get host that PGA show in Florida. It looks amazing. The weather's pretty rubbish here in Manchester. I should just get away. But no, I'm not. I really wish I was. But if I was, Brad, I would 100%. I'd love to just go for a round, pal. It'd be so good just to go for a round. So, yeah, if I am, and I do ever go, I'll be sure to reach out and let everybody know if I'm heading over to Florida. Okay, next question here. Robert Amati said, can you tell me the best way to stop swaying? Robert, that is a great one. So I always think of swaying as something you do in the backswing. I think of sliding as something you do in the downswing. So you have a sway on the way back and then you slide on the way down. Now, the best way to think about this is look at your feet. Where does your weight go? If you look at your foot, imagine this is your right foot as a right-handed golfer. When we tend to sway and slide, our weight tends to go on the outer edge of our foot like this, and we tend to see a little bit of the instep come off. So what I'd say to you is, when you're making your backswing, and this is something you can do right away, and honestly, you will feel like you're over the golf ball so much better. You'll feel like you've got control. It'll feel mega. Try and feel, right? You keep the weight on the instep of your right foot as you turn back. That way, you're going to stop the weight rolling over, and inevitably, it will cause you to turn a little bit more. For anybody else who's struggling with low point and struggling with strike, that is one you should try. I promise you that. I really do promise you that. Guys, actually, just let me know if this quality is better tonight. Hopefully it is. I've just seen Brad say my treat. Brad, if I come over to Florida, I'm taking you up on that. Do not worry, mate. I'm taking you up on that. Okay, so let's head up here to some of the questions. We just said Anthony. We just did Rob about... Miss Rob Palmer here. About to buy new irons. Is there any difference between the T series? So Rob Palmer, the Toast T series and Puma Ping are unreal. TNS look so good. If I had my way, I would 100% look at a combo set between TNS. They are absolutely stunning. I'm honestly going to put it out there. They're probably some of the best looking irons that I have seen in a very, very long time. Like, seriously long time. Like, they are really, really good. So, is there a big difference? For me, yes, just visually, they look so good. And then the feel of them off the face, even though they have that look of being, I guess, better players, they didn't feel too hard to hit. Like, look, you're talking to somebody who played the Ricky Fowlers and couldn't play them. Like, they were so hard to play. Them, a treat to hit. Promise you that. So Rob, yeah, I would definitely look at them. Just done for Robert about the sway. From Circus said, it is this time and effort you put into YouTube worth the money you make off the back of the videos? Well, I still coach and still work full time coaching, so I guess not. No, like what I want to do is just, I guess, help as many people as I can and just become, I don't know, the go-to person to help people in their golf swing. That is the aim with the channel, being sort of totally transparent there. So yeah, that's the whole aim of it, trying to get as many of you good at golf. So that's the aim going forwards, guys. And going forwards has been the aim like from the whole start of this. But we're trying to improve everything. We're trying to get it better. And I've been doing this 7 years. And now we've got to the point where one of the bedrooms at home, we managed to create a little bit of a studio so I can go live with you guys more. Okay, from DJ C Trust here said, "Hi Alex, thanks for all the help with last week's tips on the driving range and pressure to help me get on the course. Dropped a couple of shots last weekend. DJ, amazing. I mean, that is why I do it. Just to hear that, like, it's great that you go out and hopefully you took the money off your mates. And if you didn't, don't matter. If you went out and enjoyed your golf way more, then that is why I do it. Okay, that is why we do it. That's why I put all the effort in. And yeah, to help as many of you. Everin said here, nice seeing you on the live. Quick question from a stat on the course simulated numbers standpoint. What should someone beginning to consider players' distance irons or moving from game improvement? Okay, so the question here is, at what point should we start going from game improvement irons to players' irons? It's a tough one, isn't it? I think if you look at the way golf manufacturers are going, we're all going towards something that's a little bit less from players' irons and more forgiving in the grand scheme of things. But what I would do personally, don't think there's ever a point you go, I think that maybe 10 years ago there was, but now I don't think there's a point where you have to go, right, I'm stopping using game improvement. I'm now going to use players' irons. What I would do is, if you're thinking of doing something like that, go a combo set. So combo set being, you could have more of that better players irons in your pitching wedge, your 9-iron, your 8-iron, possibly 7, maybe not. But then 6-iron, 5-iron. If you carry a 4-iron, go for game improvement. Like, that's something that I've done over the last few years and something that I would highly recommend. Because you get the best of both worlds. You get that sort of, I don't know, a bit sleeker look in the shorter irons, where you're not looking for distance, you're looking for more control. Like that's personally what I would do. And let me know, guys, if that's something that you've done going in the past or thinking of going forward. So Irvin, sorry. I hope that works out for you. Mango Walter said this: help me, please. I'm 63 and I started golfing 8 months ago. My swing is 83 miles an hour, female. My driver shots are 90% off the toe. Would a new Callaway Max D driver, the larger sweet spot, help me? Mango Walter, yeah, 100%. Like, but just any driver that's got a bigger head is going to help you. It's going to help anybody. But if you're constantly hitting off the toe, we've got to be looking at a few things here. Number one, are we stood a little bit too far away? Number two, are we pulling these hands in when we're swinging? So, like, Mango, before you look at spending money on clubs, I'm not saying don't, because it is nice to get new clubs. And if you can, great. It is going to help. I'm not going to lie if you've got a club that's a few years old. But the first thing that I would do is my fake plant. That's my golf ball. 2 T-pegs either side. One in the ground, one on a slight angle, like representing my fingers here. Just wide enough for your golf club head, right? Make sure you're addressing it out the middle. This will force you to. So you're going to hit through this space, right? Try and hit shots away where you don't hit the T-pegs, and this will help train a more centered hit. I would honestly go down that route first and then go looking at a new driver. Get the swing sorted. Get that sorted, because that's going to be the ultimate thing, right? No matter if it's the brand spanking new driver, if you're not swinging it as good as you could, then we're going to have an issue, right? We're going to have an issue with whatever club it is. So, Mango, yes is the honest answer. It would help, but check out the swing first. That's the way I would go. From Higbrit here said, "Hi Alex, I'm a high handicap. I use any ball I happen to pull out the bag. People are saying use the same ball. I don't think it's a big issue. Am I wrong?" I don't think it's a massive issue, but one thing that I would say is I would always, as soon as you can, go and use the same golf ball. Okay. Only because, right, you're then going to know how far it flies with those shorter irons. You're going to be used to how it feels around the greens. You're used to how it feels when you're putting. And these are all elements which you spend more time doing on the golf course. Like, yes, you hit a driver, but might only hit 13, 14 drives around. You're going to hit an approach shot into every single green. You need to know how far it's going to go. You might miss most green. You need to know how that ball feels when you're chipping. You're going to hit a putt definitely on every green. You need to know how that feels, how it rolls. It's spring off this one. Does it come off soft? Does it come off? How does it come off? So yeah, like I would 100% think about trying to, if you can. I appreciate, right, these are all very much cost dependent because that's just how golf is. But I would honestly think about doing or finding a way of playing the same golf ball 110%. Like, I don't know if anybody else agrees with me there. And if you do agree with me, guys, let me know down in the comments exactly what you think about that, because I think it's a big thing. And guys, if you are enjoying this live stream, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. It's great to have you as part of this team. It really helps when you do hit the thumbs up button. So I really would appreciate that. And also, on another note, we have a video going live this evening at 9 p.m. So just after this live stream, it's a cracker. It's about compressing the irons. It's about this drill where you get the hands ahead. And I promise you, if you're somebody who hits thousands and thousands of golf balls and spends thousands and thousands of hours doing it, this drill is going to sort of take that out of the equation and help you get that compression into that golf ball with a pitching wedge, a 9-iron, an 8-iron, a 7-iron, 4-iron, even your hybrid. It's going to help, right? It's going up after this live stream, so don't forget, right? Don't forget, it's a cracker. Okay, let's go through some more of these questions here. Guys, thanks so much for the questions. We are going down as many of these as we can. As I say, if I don't get through it in here, I will be going through the live stream afterwards, going through the questions, and any that I can put into a full YouTube video, I will be for you, because I'm powered by you guys. I just want to make you guys better at golf. Israel, okay, you should go to the Good Golf tournament. I love your teaching videos and review videos. Israel, thank you so much. You appreciate and you enjoyed all the videos. You know what? I reached out to them. You send them a message. I reached out to them saying, I'll come, I'll play. Didn't hear anything back. Probably not big enough, but no, I didn't hear anything back. So yeah, if you guys can help me get to that, I get on the phone to them. Like I will be over there if I get the invite, but I haven't got the invite as of yet. I don't know when it is. I think it's like February time, right? Something like that. Israel, I would love to get on that. Andy R, the original Live guys are now particularly through their contacts, are now partially through their contacts, and Rahm is signing a new one. What do you think some originals, Poulter, Mickelson, will do when theirs is up and they are too old to compete? So, Andy, it's a great question, this. And I asked this question at the start. What do you think of what Poulter was saying? Being brutally honest, Andy, when it comes to them renewing their contract, I think Mickelson's is 4 years. Poulter was 3. I honestly think 2 things. One, they're going to be able to play anywhere because there's going to be some resolution in this. Number 2, they've made that much money. Does it matter now? Like, I think they've come to the point in their career, they realize they're probably not going to win a major. They're not going to do X, Y, Z in the game. So they've got their big payday. I think if they don't get their contract renewed, maybe they'd go to tour school. Maybe they wouldn't. Hang up the boots, retire. You've got to think Poulter's son is in that age where he might be good enough to go for tour school himself. And it sort of would be coming through from that end. And Westwood, I don't quite know what his situation is with his son. I know he was a very good golfer, but I don't know kind of where that's going or if there is going anywhere. So, yeah, I think that might be the way it goes. And being honest with you, I don't think they bothered. They've made that much money. They can do whatever they want. They had that much money before, by the way. Just got even more of it now. So yeah. So Andrew Anderson said this. Hi Alex, I'm thinking of new irons very well. I'm striking my irons very well, but struggling with the driver. Any top tips for better strike with driver? Many thanks. So Andrew Anderson, like this, as soon as I hear comments like this, what screams out to me straight away is the fact that we're going to be hitting down on driver. If we're striking irons well, we obviously find it easy to get this. The only drill I would say, right, that without me seeing the swing and going through it too much, the only what I can do here is check where at address your sternum is in relation to your belt buckle with driver. I wanted to have it sort of where imagine you could hang a golf club down. It would be sort of hanging to the right half of your stance. So it's set like this. And I think a lot of people sometimes don't give that enough attention. I don't think sometimes people give it enough either. I think you got to give it enough attention and you got to give it enough for it to have any effect at all. So that's the first thing that I would check. And then, for example, a drill that I would use is I love this one. Again, my plant is now my golf ball. They're terribly fake. They're not great at all. But they look good, don't they? I think they look good anyway. This is my golf ball. I'm going to hit this direction. I would just place T-pegs in front here, roughly around a club and a half to have the idea of ball, miss the T-pegs. And that is how I would do it. Honestly, that is how I do it. Dead easy, dead simple, but really has a good feeling there in terms of you're going to learn straight away. So hopefully that helps you there, Andrew. Bunker Shot said, have you made a choice on your gamer for 2024? I've not. I'm going to do a fitting when they're all out. There's Mizuno to come out, and I want to try that before I go for a fitting. But I'll be honest with you, I've been doing the tips with the Ping G430 10K Max, and that thing is just, it sounds a little bit odd, but it goes. And it goes straight. And that is a big thing. So at the minute, I'm gaming the Ping G430 Max 10K, but I'm going to do a fitting. So as you know, guys, I left Cobra, not independent, not attached to any club manufacturer at all, which gives me the ability to test, try, and put my unbiased opinion on them. And I do that over on How Good Golf. The link to that is down below in the description. You can just click on How Good Golf and it'll send you there. So yeah, go and check out those videos. And it's cracking to be able to test clubs. I've not been able to do it before. And it's very enjoyable. I'm like a kid in a sweet shop, honestly. It's like, I'm managing to do this. This is what I keep thinking every time. But no, Bunker Shot, I've not got a driver gamed yet. But Ping G430 10K Max, that is in my bag right now. Kelly Coates said, which driver are you most impressed with so far? Now, there is loads that I'm very impressed with. And I'm going to be can I say this? Yeah, I can say it. I'll be honest, like, when I say this, I'm just going to find Kelly's comment here. There we go. When I say this, like, if people think, well, oh, you're going to say that because you used to work with Cobra. The Cobra drivers this year look very much unlike Cobra. Like, you think of Cobra, I'm not going to hear. Oh, this is on the head covers here. It's all black. Now, in the past, they've been like whites and all fancy colors, oranges, reds, yellows. This year, it just looks blacked out everything. Now, I like clubs that look very minimalistic, like that, like the likes of a Titleist. But, so I would say, in the order, I would say that it's so hard. They're all good, aren't they? And it all depends what you like. But the ones that stick out to me is the LS in the Cobra and the TaylorMade QI10 Max. That is different looking, and I like it. Really good. I like the sound of it. I like the way it plays. I like the way it feels. So yeah, they're the two that I'm going to be looking sort of probably more leaning towards. But who knows? The Callaway driver might come out on top, just the normal AI smoke. And it's hard to say because they're so good, all the products. It's just what you like the look of, what performs the best. And it's going to be so small, the differences between each of them. Once I get it dialed in with the right shafts, when I go for my fitting at Scottsdale, yeah, it's going to be so hard to know. Ian Williams said, hello from Portugal. As a fellow pro, I'd say to an older golfer, I'm ancient. Stay fit and supple. You'll play forever and you'll move move to the sun, and it's much easier on your body. Ian Williams, where are you from in Portugal? I love it there. I go every single year. I'm hopefully going to be going again in February, March time. I went last February, March time. Yeah, maybe we can hook up for a game of golf. So Ian Williams, let me know where you are. I tend to stay like sort of Lagos area, Bow Vista, around there, and then go and play as much as I can and film. It's so good. Irvin said, Mango Walter, some lessons for better consistency should help before getting a new driver. Irvin, exactly that. I said that. Exactly that. Kelly Coates from Kentucky says a big hello. Kelly, hello, and a big hello back to you. Great tagging on the channel. If you have just joined, guys, let me know where you're listening from, watching from. I want to reiterate, if I don't answer your question right now, I will be going through all the questions in the comments. I can see them here. And I'll pick them out and feature them in a main YouTube video. Even if I've already gone through your question, it could still be featured because I can only do so much here, right? I can talk to you about it, but I could actually put you a full video too. Okay, here we go. I bought a used Callaway driver Paradigm 3 triple diamond. What's the downside of this driver? And this is from Tom Bias. Now, the downside of this driver is that essentially it's very, very unforgiving. The triple diamond is a slightly smaller CC head. So essentially, imagine this is a 460 CC head. Again, these plans coming in so useful. Bigger, easier to hit, more forgiving. Just essentially because center of gravity can be put lower and further back, and it creates a bit more spin. When you have a smaller head, the center of gravity is going to be closer towards the front, so it makes it a little bit more low spinning. Now, this is ideal for very high swing speed drivers, but you do lose a little bit of, I guess, forgiveness, MOI. These aspects you lose for a more smaller headed, lower spinning driver. So this is the trade-off. Yes, okay, it might go longer for you, but you got to think, is that worth the trade-off? Is it worth it? And that's the thing I'll be thinking about. So as a downside, Tom, a little bit smaller, it tends to be less forgiving. Andy Keeley said, hi, Alex. I struggle with long irons. I carry my 7-iron about 175, but my 6 and 5 don't go much further. My swing speed is pretty decent. So what can I do about this? So Andy, when I hear this, right, and this is what I'd say. When I hear this is when people are a little bit scoopy towards a golf ball. So what we tend to do is around that 7-iron, if we bring in around 7-iron loft, let's say it's 30 degrees for just argument's sake, right? We bring in 30 degrees. So we bring in 30 degrees, we get out in the middle with 7-iron, so we actually get a nice centered hit. But what we do with our 6-iron, our 5 and our 4-iron, we then add a bit of loft. So let's say 5-iron is 25 degrees, we turn that into 30. So actually, theoretically, you're just hitting a 7-iron with all those longer irons. So what you've got to do is get those hands ahead and start compressing, taking loft off those longer irons and all irons in general. And you should see them all boost up a little bit more. Now, it's good timing because tonight is all about that. I've done a video where it doesn't require you to hit thousands of golf balls, but you learn to get this max compression, and it doesn't take a lot of time at all. So Andy, and for anybody else, if you're finding that your irons are going similar distances, or you're fatting and thinning, scooping, just not happy with the strike, it's a bit meh, then tonight's video is going up at 9 p.m. after this live stream is one I would definitely recommend. And so you just don't forget about it. If you just turn the bell, you'll get notified. So let's go through another one of this. Ian Williams, he left 18 years ago and not seen snow since. Ian Williams, we have seen it today. I'm back in the snow. It's cold. It's wet. It's not nice. No, it's not good for golf anyway. The golf courses are well and truly suffering here. But when I say that, everybody says on this live stream that it's like minus 27 outside where they are. So I'm going to stop moaning because it's not that bad here. Golf Mike said, what is the highest handicap you taught? And the low did you get the handicap to go? Okay, so a question here is highest and where they are now. I guess actually the best one is a junior that I taught, no handicap, to now they're off single figures. Another person started at 18 and now down single figures. I had one lady who started off at 33 who now plays off 12. These are, I guess, really good real world examples of that. So yeah, I mean, it's hard, isn't it? I think coaching, you can only do so much because it depends what that person's willing to put into the game. I really do feel there's a sort of a bit of a give and take in coaching. And I think some people just go for a lesson as a reactive process. You've got to do it as a proactive process. If you want to improve, lessons are there to help put building blocks in place to help you improve season on season. Okay, So Andy R said, Mango, I agree. Toe is the problem, coming over the top or just pulling the arms in. So yeah, Mango, have a look at those first. Any advice on pressure short puts? Now that is a great question. The little knee knockers, they're tough, aren't they? They are absolutely, yeah, not a nice aspect of the game. So advice that I would have, a few things. Number one, stick to the same routine if you have a routine. If you don't have a routine, maybe think about getting one. It doesn't have to be anything complex. It could just be mark the ball, clicking the ball, pop it down. One practice stroke. Don't dwell and look at it and have 4 or 5 more practice strokes, because then you're making the situation even more than it is. So try and stick to the same routine, same number of practice strokes, number one. Number two, I always, on short puts, and I would say like 3 feet and in, really short puts that you got to make, I always put my line to the center of the hole. Now, that doesn't matter if it moves right to left. That doesn't matter if it moves left to right. I point my line exactly in the middle. And this is because I want to know where middle is. So I know if it's slightly right to left, I aim slightly off. If it's a little bit left to right, I aim slightly off. So that's what I do. Routine, and always aim my line middle of the hole. And finally, actually, just thought about this. Don't try and ram it in. Just try and get it to go in. So imagine, like, right, this is your hole, and they put a T-peg at the back pointing inwards. You want to be able to get the ball to fall in, not hit the back of the cup. Because if you try and hit the back of the cup, like Ricky Fowler sometimes does, yes, okay, it will go in if you're very good, like he is, but you got more margin of error if you just try and get it to drop him. The hole becomes bigger because it can drop in on the sides. If you're hitting it so hard, you get it slightly off, it will lip out, and there might be things that you have seen doing that. Derek Williams said, are average golfers wasting their money buying premium golf balls? I honestly don't think so. I really don't. I think like buying a premium golf ball is part of the enjoyment of golf. And what I mean by that is you want it to feel good when you're putting, you want it to feel good when you're chipping. And that's the amount of shots that you would play. So a question was asked earlier on the live stream about, I just play with any golf ball that I find, and is that okay? Yes, of course it's okay, but you want to know how far that ball goes. And definitely buying a premium golf ball, you're going to know. But you've got different options in that premium. You don't have to spend at the top. You've got to play golf balls like Vice, which are a little bit under there, but still premium golf balls. So yeah, I would say it's 100% worth it. Jacob Harris here. What are your thoughts on grip pressure in the golf swing? I have seen videos where they preach about light grip pressure. We've also seen videos talk about firm grip pressure. Just curious what you think about this. And Anthony Kershaw, thanks. Not a problem, Anthony. I hope that helps you what we talked through. So Jacob, about grip pressure. Now, I'm a big believer you want soft hands on the club, especially when you got those shorter shots, right? But then at the same time, you've got to have enough. You've got to be able to hold it. So what I say is it's got to be a 6, 7 out of 10. So it's just enough. So like if you had a tube of toothpaste, it would just be squeezing out the end. It wouldn't be flying out. It wouldn't go boop, flying out. Just enough where it's seeping out the end is a great way to think about it. It's really great way. Guys, thank you so much for all these questions, by the way. I want to reiterate, if I don't get to all these, so I can see Ian Williams, Valdolobo. Okay, very nice round there. Brad's question, Gareth Williams. Do you actually do lessons with students? 100%. I teach on Tuesdays and Saturdays here in the UK. It's great. It's great. Well, it's great when it's not snowing. Louise, I'll check it out tonight. Louise, I got to go and enjoy it. Thanks. Guys, thanks so much for joining me on this live stream. It's so good to have so many of you on here. I want to reiterate, I got all these questions like from Ron, Gareth, Robert, Jeff, Gareth again, Brad, Ian. I want to just reiterate, guys, if I don't answer your questions, then I will be going through these afterwards, and I'll be picking them out to feature in a full-length YouTube video because we're powered by you, the viewers. Just seen this one come in, actually, and I want to answer this question, guys. If you are enjoying this live stream, please hit the thumbs up button. It really does help, and I appreciate it. P. Keeler said, what do you think about training aids and any recommendations for beginners? Or is it a coachless lessons better for actual improvement? Now, P. Keeler, there are plenty of great training aids. And guys, let me know if you're using any. Like, it's making me saying the good, but obviously you guys probably use them more than I do, because I have a few that I use, and they're the ones that I like. But essentially, Yes, they are very good. There's a few ones I look at. Grip training aids, and also like the Pro Sender, which I think Sean Foley's, where you put it behind here, helps get this position at the top, is a great one. And I also think putting ones are very good, like where you got a rail or you got anything that helps you get your eyes over it. The best putting training aids that I've ever bought is a mirror where I can see that I've got my eyes, I can see my club face is square, and a chalk line. Honestly, I used to stand on the putting green for hours on hours with a chalk line. I used to put it in the hole. I used to put down the line hours after hours, training my stroke time after time, because I had the dream of playing on tour, and that's what I wanted to do. And that I would say a chalk line, mirror, pro sender, grip training aids. They're the things I would definitely be looking at. But guys, let me know if you've got any, and I can maybe rate them down here. So Les just popped in here. Just wanted to say thanks again. I started watching many different YouTube videos and I was messing me up. I dedicated it to A exclusively now and hitting it better than ever. Les, thank you so much. If I could hug you, I would. I'm so happy to hear that you're on board with the channel. I'm helping you improve your golf. And someone asked earlier, how do you find the time to do it? Well, I do it. So questions like this make my day. And it's mega to have all you and Les here. We're enjoying the videos and playing much better golf. But guys, that is all we have time for this evening. Thank you so much for joining me. I really do appreciate all the love, all the support. A couple of things. Don't forget, we got the giveaway that's still live. I'll put the link down below after this live stream. That's the chance to win a Cobra driver, chance to win a fairway wood and a hybrid. One person wins all three. Not three winners, one person wins all three. Just on that note, if anybody tries to contact you, don't believe them. It's not me. It is not over yet. So don't believe any of the scams. I'll never ask for any card details or anything like that. Also, tonight we have a big video all about compressing. It's about this action. And a lot of people have been asking about hitting irons further. Why are my irons going the same distance? How do I stop contacting the ground? Can I stop swaying? How do I turn through? This video will help all of that. So it's going up at 9 p.m. Be sure to go and check it out. And if you're already a subscriber, just make sure you've turned the bell on so then I don't have to keep telling you and you don't miss out on this video. Guys, thank you so much. Have a great evening. Have a great rest of your week. We are going live next Thursday. So set a time in your diary. I hope you can join me because I absolutely love coming live with you all.